the practice of yoga to do the rest. I bet when you take a class from Rountree or Desiato, they make this look easy. But after 40 years of teaching yoga, I can tell you that although it gets easier, it's never easy. Rountree and Desiato are not just good teachers because they are special, which they are, or because they have years of experience, which they do, but because they have deeply engaged in the yogic practice of svadhyaya, self-study. In the context of yoga, self-study has dual meaning. One is taking it upon yourself to deepen your yoga education through reading texts, taking classes, and attending lectures, and the other is learning how to study yourself. This might sound egocentric, but it's really the opposite. The yogic tradition of self-study invites us to observe our thoughts, feelings, and emotions as a path to freedom from our usual self-centeredness. It's such a relief to understand that whatever thoughts arise will also pass. And this realization helps us recognize that our true center is one of goodness. Svadhyaya helps us clean out our own closet, so to speak, so we can be more available to our friends and families, and of course, to our students. Teaching yoga beyond the poses invites you to take a deep dive into svadhyaya, to bravely look at what comes up in your own yoga practice and then contemplate it and write about it. Rountree and Desiato guide you in exploring the universality of your personal insights by searching out others' poetic, musical, and spoken expressions of this same common experience. They remind you to honor your lineage by recalling the teachers who came before you and recognizing how the wisdom they shared now lives in you. One of the many things I really like about teaching yoga beyond the poses is that reading this book is like taking a yoga class. Just as a yoga class deconstructs, explores, and then reconstructs the poses into a whole sequence that is then better understood, this book leads the yoga teacher step by step through confusion and obstacles to reach clarity and inspiration. The reader, yoga teacher, is given numerous paths toward finding their personal language and a variety of methods for integrating that with instructional language to finally be able to teach a multi-layered, fully dimensional yoga class. Rountree and Desiato start where all teachers start. What do I do if I'm nervous? I'll tell you a secret. I am nervous before every yoga class I teach. I'm nervous because I care, and I want to do a good job. I care about yoga, and even more, I care about all the people who showed up for my class today. It is very clear to me that there is only one reason to be a yoga teacher, and that is to be helpful. It's okay to be nervous, but if you find your nervousness is limiting you, Rountree and Desiato offer you specific methods for practicing speaking, finding role models, playing with language, and learning how to trust that when you do your honest best, that's enough. The second thing I really like about teaching yoga beyond the poses are the many suggested themes that Rountree and Desiato offer you. Most of the themes are drawn directly from yoga philosophy. This is a powerful reminder that when we get stuck or bored in our practice, when we feel uninspired or unmotivated in our teaching, we can always come home to yoga. We don't have to look outside our own wisdom tradition. This is the message of yoga itself. We don't have to look outside ourselves for validation or knowledge. We can trust our own experiences and understandings. This is also something you can practice. The thing is that doing your own yoga practice is not the same as doing your teaching practice. The processes are different, but they both require repetition. Practice triangle pose over and over, and eventually you will be so familiar with it that it becomes a part of you. If you want to teach beyond the poses, Rountree and Desiato tell you to practice saying your words again and again. What Rountree and Desiato don't do is tell you what to say. In the tradition of all the very best teachers, when they point to the moon, they make sure you see the moon and not their finger. Throughout this entire workbook, they are modeling what it means to be a yoga teacher. The substantial middle section of the book is a thorough guide for how to find source material for themes and how to make them your own. But just in case you still don't think you are good enough, they also have a chapter called There Are No Bad Themes. In the end, This book is more than a yoga.